When it comes to the wider reset with Europe, I'm absolutely clear that we do want a reset. I've been able to repeat that here today, a reset with Europe, a reset with the EU. That does not mean reversing Brexit or re-entering the single market or the customs union, but it does mean a closer relationship on a number of fronts.
Let's talk to David Henig, the director of the UK Trade Policy Project at the European Centre for International Political Economy. David, welcome back. Good to see you. We should make it clear, of course, for folks outside Europe that Germany is, of course, part of the EU. How realistic is it for Berlin to do a treaty with the UK without Brussels' agreement and the UK rolling back on Brexit?
So, the main trade treaty between the UK and European countries comes in the form of the Trade and Cooperation Agreement. That is negotiated between London and Brussels, and that won't change. But the UK and Germany can have a treaty. The German government is particularly interested in deepening security cooperation. There are a number of areas where the two countries can cooperate. Science and technology was mentioned. I think defence industry again will come there. So see it, I think, as being a deepening of a bilateral relationship. This doesn't in fact start the reset of UK-EU relations. That will wait for the time being, but that will come, I think, in time.
What's in it for the UK and what's in it for Germany?
For the UK, this is really a symbolic moment for the UK Prime Minister. Again, he wants to show that the UK is back as being a stable, responsible ally, and he hopes to use that to generate economic growth. He hopes to create a more stable business environment in which investors feel that they can set up in the UK and they will be able to trade with Europe. For Germany, very much they want the UK back within the European framework, if not as members, but strongly linked in. They're very concerned about their renewed security threat with everything that's going on to the east of them between Russia and Ukraine. So they are very concerned to have strong security ties within Europe, and the UK is one of the strongest security players in Europe, so they're very much keen to deepen that relationship.
So why isn't this the restart of a beautiful relationship? Why not just jump back in? Isn't that the obvious, inevitable end destination?
I don't think it's inevitable that the UK will rejoin the EU. I think that what is inevitable is that we're seeing deeper relationships, and I don't think that can be changed. This is the world's second largest trade relationship between neighbours. We've got so much in common between the UK and the EU. We've got shared challenges in areas like energy and climate change, defence. We can do a lot more to facilitate trade. So I think those will be the areas of focus for the time being, moving away from arguments about whether the UK is a member or not of the EU, whether it should rejoin, and towards seeking slow and steady improvements in relations. This is a small part of that.
David, good to see you. Thanks for that. David Henig, the director of the UK Trade Policy Project at the European Centre for International Political Economy.